Things had returned to normal in the CHR. The photo charters were becoming more and more successful every day. Mr. Little then implemented a program for guest engines to appear on the line. The first time this happened was not a fun story, however. It happened in the middle of the summer when work was starting to pick up as always. Mr. Little brought a special locomotive to the railway to run mainly photo trains. He was considered in the train world to be a celebrity.
Well. Union Pacific trackage, eh? Haven't been around here in a while.
Hey there. You are?
What? You don't know me? 4449? The daylight who pulled the American Freedom Train? Carter? Ring a bell?
I've been asleep a long time, friend.
So I'm talking to a rescue, huh?
What did you just call me?
Carter, nice to see you, man.
Oh, good. Some real company. Hey, Mike.
How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, you know. Been up and down the country. Tired as always, but just happy to be here.
Wait, you know this guy?
Steve, this is Carter. He and I did a few rail tours together in the late 90s.
Back to the old paint scheme, I see?
Yeah, Mac and I thought it was time for a change.
Mac? Oh yeah, how's he doing?
Oh, he's alright. Enjoying his life and such. We love it here.
Well, if all goes well, I'll be staying here with you guys.
Hopefully not.
What was that?
Oh. Nothing.
Later on in the sheds, Carter was continuing to annoy the other engines.
I've been all around the United States under my own power, you know. I pulled a train that contained the President of the United States. That's important.
What are you going to tell us next? You have wheels?
Leave it to a Penzi engine to be jealous of me.
Carter? What's that supposed to mean, needle nose? Carter, why do you always have to start something?
Oh yeah, big talk coming from the Penzi. Standard railway of the world. Just an excuse to be lazy if you ask me.
Carter, stop! Why don't you watch it there, buddy, before you say something you'll regret? Let's not pretend SP was a problem-proof railroad.
Oh, don't you start with me, Union Pacific. All you guys ever did was take over other people's stuff.
Carter, that's enough.
Oh, well, of course I don't mean you, Mike. I just meant these lowlifes.
Carter, get out of the shed.
What? You can't do that.
Carter!
All right already. Sheesh.
After he cooled down all the engines, Mike went to speak to his friend. Carter, what are you doing, man? You know you can't talk to people that way.
It's not my fault they don't know how to talk to famous people with a good home road.
One day, you're gonna need them when you least expect it.
Well, it'll be a cold day in hell before I need help from any one of them.
Carter's day came quite sooner than he had thought. It was an unusually cold morning when he got his comeuppance. He was tasked with hauling a long train up the line to pick up passengers, and then later in the day, returning to Cheyenne. Carter hated the cold and was in a hurry to leave and get back into the nice warm shed. Steve and Greg were also prepared that morning to take a work train along the line, fixing the hammer blow from some of the larger engines.
Good luck on your first run, Carter.
Who needs luck when you're as splendid as I am?
Hey, don't forget to top up on water.
Oh, you'll see, little tin pots. I don't need to fill up all the time because my tender is much larger than yours. Now get away before you get my paintwork dirty.
I swear, this guy.
Before either Greg or Steve could get a word in edgewise, Carter left with his train.
Silly little engines. What did they know?
It was not long until Carter ran into trouble.
Driver, I'm feeling quite hot. Please add some water.
We're trying, but you've used up most of it. I knew we should have stopped for water. The whole train had to come to a halt so that Carter's crew could drop his fire. He sat on the main line dazed and rather embarrassed. It wasn't long before word got down to Mr. Little, who was enjoying a nice breakfast in his office. That damn fool! Send Greg and Steve to assist him. In no time, the two consolidations found the large Northern stranded on the tracks.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? A rather hot orange bullet stuck on the main.
Too bad we can't help him out because he doesn't need us.
The two engines then worked very hard to bring the train up to the next station, and to bring Carter back down the line again. When Mr. Little went to speak to him, he was not pleased. So, you decided to fail on your first journey, huh?
Well, sir,
And you seem to be causing a lot of social disturbances between my engines. Well, if it weren't for Mike vouching for you, I would send you away this instant. You're lucky I need an engine, but what I don't need is that pride of yours." Mr. Little then took a look around the sheepish locomotive. "I have an idea that I think will bring you down to earth, and if it doesn't, well, let's just say for you, my friend, there will be no more happy passengers cheering your name, or wind whistling past your smoke box. Are we clear?"
Yes, sir.
"Good. Now report to the works. You are going to be repainted into a more suitable livery for the work you'll be doing." Mr. Little decided that Carter's punishment for being rude was to pull freight trains until he could be trusted again. He was also stripped of his daylight paint scheme and had it replaced with a drab black livery. Needless to say, Carter was not happy. Whether he remained this way was entirely up to him, but he didn't know if he would ever return to the good graces of the CHR.